And we are live. First broadcast of the year. Welcome to the Home Buyers Seminar Series 2024. We get together Wednesday at 4 or 5 o'clock. Talk about buying homes, buying your first home, buying your next home. I'm Bill Gross, along with my good friend and colleague,
Patricia Castillo.
and our good friend and lender.
Gustavo Segura, how are you guys doing?
He's much faster with his loan documents than he is on the video, just FYI. I think, Gustavo, we're going to have to get together and get you better. What's
Yes,
that?
there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a delay. That's
Was
okay.
there a delay? All right.
Gustavo delayed is Gustavo denied. No, not really. So, so here we are in New Year, and it's the second workday of the year. I don't yet have any new listings or new escrows, but Patricia, you already do.
I do. I was actually working throughout the ending of the year. So, currently I have a couple of escrows that are closing probably in the next 2 weeks. And then I have a couple of listings I've taken. So it's been pretty busy, and I feel like a lot of the buyers that were kind of waiting until the holidays were, had passed, they're all coming back into the market. So it's a good time. Definitely.
Nice. And I was working too most of the year. I guess not as hard as you, apparently. Gustavo, what's going on in the marketplace? What do you see going on? These rates are great. Is it resulting in more buyers getting pre-approved?
Yeah, definitely. I think like Patricia was saying, buyers are coming back in the market, and the rate coming down definitely helps that a lot. We're seeing, or I'm seeing rates here on the wholesale side around 6.5 for conventional, and then below 6 for FHA loans. So there's definitely an opportunity now for those people that were sitting and waiting for the rate to come down. That the opportunity has started already, and there's some great programs out there that can really benefit them.
Looks like rates are not only lower, but there's a big controversy politically about them going down, right? For the longest time, Fed Chair Jerome Powell was saying rates still had to go up to beat out inflation. All of a sudden last week, he goes, well, maybe they're too high. Maybe we should be lowering rates. Mm-hmm. And of course, both sides are screaming politics on that. But as of today, the rates are the same as they were a week ago, right?
They're pretty stable from what I'm seeing, right under 7%.
Yeah. So what's the activity been like?
They want to. Oh, what was that?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think sometimes that when they have a lot of power, right? And I'm talking about whether it's Fed Chairman Powell or some of the other presidents from the other regional banks there, to come out. Maybe the economy heading in the right direction. Maybe there's an overcorrection that needs to happen. And sometimes I feel like they go out and they have these conferences just to kind of play with us a little bit and to play with the market and to have rates come back up a little bit, and that's why it fluctuates so much week over week and day over day. So I think we're headed in the right direction. Eventually, 6 months and a year will be much better off than we are now. But definitely if anybody's looking to take a look at what they can qualify, now should be a time where they can look into it because the rates have come down about 1%. Definitely.
It is amazing what's happened for all the drama the last year with interest rates. We're back to about where we started from. A year ago, rates were in the mid sixes, and they inched up into the sevens, and they inched up into the mid sevens. They inched up to the high sevens. They touched up at 8%. And then kaboomy at the end of the year, they came right back down to where we're about 6.5 on a Fannie Mae loan. And as Gustavo said, probably 6% for an FHA. So it's amazing for all the, 9 months of drama. Are rates going to go to 8? Are they going to go to 9? Are they going to go to 10? The answer is, for now, at least, as of today, no. they're at 6.6, which is the almost exact same as they were beginning of last year. Kind of crazy.
Right. And from everything that I've been reading, it appears that the rates should come down a little more this year. They're not going to suddenly drop, but we are expected to see somewhat of a, deceleration on the interest rates. And so that will bring back even more buyers. So because if you think about it, even at the time in October when we had interest rates over 8%, homes were still selling and prices were not dropping that much where people were thinking that the market was just going to maybe take a tumble, prices were going to drop significantly, but that didn't really happen. There might have been a few adjustments for prices that or homes that were overpriced to begin with, right? So we did see some adjustments there. But overall, homes have been selling at their list price, right under the list price or right over the list price. So it's still been very competitive. Now that we're coming into the new year, we have the election coming. Some people are kind of still waiting to see what that's going to do, but there's still so much demand, and we're 4 to 4.5 million homes under inventory. So even if we had higher rates, homes would still be selling just for the simple fact that we are in a low inventory market still. We should see more inventory this year, though.
So there you have newsflash. Patricia Castillo predicts lower rates, higher sales, and more inventory next year.
This year.
This year. Well, yeah, it's this year now. Already.
2024, sir.
Okay. Get our headlines straight. Okay, there you go. Patricia Castillo says the whole market's waiting with bated breath.
Right.
Okay. So, Gustavo, any changes in programs, new programs coming in, new program, old programs going out? What do you see as far as the different programs available for buyers today?
Yeah, one right now that I've been using a lot is one for Riverside County, San Bernardino, and Ontario County. There's a program there that allows them to get up to $6,000 of a grant. That money can be used towards closing costs. So that's knocking off about 60 to 70% of the closing costs right away. So it's a great opportunity. It's something that, like I said, I started in December working with it. And it's if anybody is living in that area and is going to be buying in that area, to please reach out. There's definitely grant and there's money out there to be used to be able to lower that closing cost.
And when Gustavo said Ontario County, he meant the Ontario area of San Bernardino County. He lives in Orange County. He doesn't really know. There's a world outside of Orange County. I'm from the IE, so I know Ontario is part of San Bernardino County. Even though the airport is owned by LAX, I'm just saying I know the area a little bit there. So good. Yeah, you should have OC once in a while, Gustavo. There's a whole world outside of the orange, behind the orange wall there. There's a whole world out there outside. Okay, very good. Okay, so Patricia Castillo, here we are, first call of 2024. What's your goal for the year professionally?
To at least double my sales from last year. So talking about sales, there is a duplex available in City of Southgate that I just listed today. So if I wanted to share that with our viewers, if anybody is interested, the address, I'll put it right here in the chat. It's in Southgate. It's 9836 Virginia Avenue. And it's two separate structures. So normally we see duplexes that are attached, meaning that both homes are attached. There's an adjoining wall. But in this case, they are two separate individual structures with dedicated yards for each home. So it's nice because you have a little, little yard for each home, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Very spacious.
9836 Virginia Avenue in Southgate.
Mm-hmm.
The garden spot of the 562.
Yes, and it's close to 710 freeway. What else? The 5, the 105, 605.
Lots of jobs in Southgate. Lots of industrial jobs nearby. I think when people move there, one of the main reasons why is the used to be a Ford manufacturing facility right there, but it's always been a center of employment for people who don't want to commute, don't want to drive an hour to get to the job and deal with rush hour traffic.
Yeah, and from what I hear, the city services are pretty good. I mean, the residents there feel that, from talking to some of the residents in the area, they really like the programs that the city offers for residents, and they try to keep the streets and the parks clean and things like that. So,
Nice.
yeah, so it's a good place to live.
Sounds better than Los Angeles, where they don't do that. Actually, they seem to work at keeping it as dirty as possible, unless we have foreign dignitaries visiting. But I don't want to get too political. Gustavo, what's your goal for the year, business-wise? What are you looking to do? What's on the horizon for you in 2024?
Yeah, I really enjoy doing purchases, right? So helping someone with their first-time home buyer. So I want to make sure that I keep that going, and 75% of my business can continue to be purchased. Now, probably by default, the last couple of years has been that, just because the refi world has gone away. But as we continue down this year and we anticipate rates to come down, I have started already with a couple of refis, right? We got people that are taking some equity out, consolidating, and that's great. But I want to make sure that personally I continue with at least 75% of my business to continue to be purchased. That's really where I want to make sure that I can help and connect with home buyers, and then of course with agents as well.
Very nice. Well, we'd love to help you do that. Personally, my goal, the last few years I've done a really nice business here in Los Angeles. I'm really building a national platform. So I want to continue to do 25, 30 sales here in LA, but I really want to do another 25 sales nationally through our platform. And so we have 3 pending escrows outside of Los Angeles right now going on. And so those of you looking to buy property outside or sell property outside, because of my podcast, Probate Weekly, I have real estate agents across the country, great agents in different markets. Love to help you if you have any questions in that area. And that's really my focus. Okay, so let's wrap up here. Any last words, Patricia Castillo, for the home buyer to be out there? What can we do to encourage them to take some action today?
Yes. So now that we're past the holidays, time goes by very quickly. So if you have a goal in your mind of becoming a homeowner this year, it's just going to remain as a wish in your mind unless you actually take action. So that is my recommendation to anybody that is looking to get into a home this year, is take action. And the first step would be calling us just to get an analysis of what you qualify for.
Nice.
And it's free.
Speaking of free, Gustavo Segura. I don't know what that means, really.
Yep, that's what I can offer as well. Free service. Yeah. So to piggyback off of that, I've been talking to 2 people this week and last week, and they were just like, hey, I just want to get some rates. I just want to know what my payment's going to be like, right? And as Patricia said, there's a little bit more that goes into it. I can just, quote out any rate, say I have a payment, but I don't even know if they qualify for it. So the proper way to do it is definitely to provide documentation, and let's take a look at your liabilities and make sure that we can get a plan for you. Giving you rates and giving you payments or, a ballpark cost is not going to help you get any closer to that goal of buying a home. So when you're talking to someone like myself that is going to help you get pre-approved, take that action, take that next step and provide income documentation. Go over your credit profile in order to make sure that you can qualify and you're actually moving towards a tangible goal and it's doable and that it's something that you can move forward on.
Mm-hmm.
Great words. I think I've been in this business since 1986, and I know I've been saying this for a while, but there's never been a better time to buy real estate than right now. And I think for all the volatility, if a property makes sense in today's rates, there's a decent chance over the next 5 years they'll go down and you'll get some free cash flow by refinancing down low, whether it be an investment or the house you live in. And I do think in times of inflation, real estate is the best hedge, and because it goes up so much, it changes your net worth. It's the best hedge against inflation. And the only real cost here is if you sit on the sidelines and don't participate. So we're here to help you. reach out to Patricia, reach out to Gustavo if I can help at all as well. Love to. That's why we do this call every Wednesday at either 4 or 5 p.m. depending on our schedule, but one or the other. And that's about it. I think we covered last words. Patricia, next week, same time. Gustavo, thanks for joining us today. On behalf of Gustavo and Patricia, I'm Bill Gross.
Yes.
Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.